A little girl visiting the female CEO's home for the first time noticed the maid was shrouded in dark energy. She pointed out a baby was clinging to the maid's leg and crying. The maid was terrified and accused the girl of speaking nonsense. The girl then said the baby was only 3 months old and kept calling for its mother there. The maid was shocked as she had an abortion exactly 3 months ago. But the vicious mother-in-law said the little girl was talking gibberish and wanted to send her away. The female CEO insisted on keeping the little girl. The mother-in-law mocked the female CEO as a hen that couldn't lay eggs. The little girl was very angry when she heard this. She then cast a spell on the maid and mother-in-law. Suddenly, the maid and the vicious mother-in-law actually started laying eggs. It turned out the little girl was a child-sending fairy from that heavenly realm. While her master was sleeping, she secretly took her master's magic treasure to play with. The girl waved the magic treasure, and a menopausal lady actually became pregnant. Then while playing, she accidentally left the magic treasure in the mortal world. When her master woke up, he told her to go to the mortal realm to find the magic treasure, and she had to help 9 people who truly needed help before she could return to the heavenly realm. So the little girl came to the mortal world. At this time, a female CEO came to the temple. She had created the legend of the world's richest person, but was despised by her husband for not being able to get pregnant. She then entered the temple and prayed devoutly. The girl heard someone making a sincere wish, so she instantly appeared beside the female CEO. With one glance, she saw a mass of dark energy in the female CEO's belly, which had been preventing her from getting pregnant. So she walked up to the female CEO and chanted a spell, then gently stroked the female CEO's belly, and the dark energy disappeared instantly. The female CEO immediately felt much more comfortable and asked for the little girl's name. The little girl pointed to the portrait in the temple and said she was the child-sending fairy. But the female CEO didn't take it seriously, thinking the little girl had watched too many cartoons. So she asked where the little girl's parents were. But the little girl said she had no father or mother. Seeing her so pitiful, the female CEO took her in as an adopted daughter. But as soon as she arrived at the female CEO's home, the little girl discovered the house was filled with dark energy. This was the root cause of the female CEO's infertility. Just then the maid walked in, supporting the mother-in-law. In a fit of anger, the little girl cast a spell to make the maid and mother-in-law, who had mocked the female CEO, lay eggs. But the family still didn't believe the girl's identity. When the man came back and understood the situation, he finally decided to keep the little girl for observation. But he gave a 1-month deadline, saying the little girl had to leave if the female CEO didn't get pregnant. So while the little girl was searching for the truth, she actually discovered the maid was having an affair with the man. Only then did she learn there was a problem with the fertility soup the female CEO was drinking. It turned out the mother-in-law and the maid had malicious intentions and had put medicine in the soup. On the surface, they said it was to regulate the female CEO's body, but in fact it made the female CEO sterile. The little girl stopped the female CEO from drinking the soup in time and revealed the soup's secret. When the old lady heard the little girl exposing the truth, she immediately pointed at the little girl and scolded her, telling the family not to believe what the little girl said. The maid also chimed in, accusing the little girl of being a liar. The little girl retorted, asking if they dared to drink the fertility soup. The maid immediately made an excuse, saying she wasn't qualified to drink the soup. The mother-in-law said she was too old and it would be useless even if she drank it. The little girl immediately poured the fertility soup into the flower peyote.